I've got 7 board games that you've probably never heard of, never even considered. Well, these games I've tried with my own children, they love them, so I can highly recommend them to you. If your kids love dinosaurs, they're going to really love this small box game called Chomp. Now, this is from the All Play collection. They've got all these small boxes, but this is the best one for kids. Now, you're going to have 8 turns, and on your 8 turns, you can either select a gold card. Now, these gold cards are going to have different things, like this one has the most empty nests. This one has the most little carnivores that are fed. Now, how are we going to get those points? We're going to be getting it by selecting these dinosaur cards. And you're going to be placing them down, stacking them over the top of each other, and you're going to be creating your own beautiful dinosaur world. Now, think about it. Herbivores eat plants, carnivores eat meat. That's pretty much all you need to know. Go check out Chomp for 8 and up. Now, before we move on from dinosaurs, there's one more kids game that is so great for the family. We have Draftosaurus. In Draftosaurus, we are drafting dinosaurs. Don't know what drafting is? Well, let me explain. You're going to have a series of dinosaurs here, and you're going to be able to choose one and place it on your board here. Then you're going to pass those dinosaurs over to the next person, and each one's going to pass around. Then that person will pass them to you, and you go, maybe I want the T-Rex here, and I'm going to put them on the board there. Then you pass it over, and it's going to keep going around until everyone has drafted all their 6 meeples. Excellent, you're going to place your meeples down there. Then all of a sudden, we're going to do one more turn, another 6. Once we've done that, we're going to have 12 dinosaurs on our board. What are we trying to achieve on our boards? Well, each of these pens have a different scoring. So on this one here, we want more of the same. The more of the same we have, the more points we have. This one's different, all different dinosaurs in that pen. This pen, we want the least amount of that particular dinosaur in all of our parks. And this one, if we get 2 of the same dinosaurs, they're going to kiss and we're going to get sweet, sweet points.
A heart speed to the city streets.
Look, that is the summer side. We also have the winter side with different scoring conditions. Plus also, we have a dice. So a certain person on that round is going to be able to roll that dice, and they're going to be able to tell everyone else around the table what their conditions, what their restrictions are for that turn. So say we roll it here, and maybe your restriction is you can only place it on the grassland ones up here. Or maybe your restriction is you can only place it on this side of the board. Excellent. Everyone has a restriction on where they put their dinosaur, except for the person who rolled the dice. No restriction at all. Put your dinosaur anywhere, and then you're going to pass the dice around. It is such great fun. I really love Draftosaurus, and your kids will love this too. I recommend this game for 7 and up. So whatever you do, don't be deceived by this cute, innocent cover artwork. Fairy Ring has so much crunch and decision that adults are going to love this game just as much as kids. Now, in this game, you have this cute little acrylic fairy meeple, and they're going to be traveling around these fairy mushroom villages scoring points. Seems pretty easy. On your turn, you're going to have a series of cards, and you're going to be trying to grow out your mushroom village. So you're going to choose one of these, you're going to place it on either the left or the right of your village, or if you've got the same matching mushroom, you can grow that mushroom higher and get even more points. Now, when you place down that card, it's going to have a number here in the top left. You're going to move your fairy around that many number of spaces around the village. Here's where it gets interesting. If you land your little fairy on someone else's mushroom, they're going to score the points. But if you have the same matching mushroom, then you will also score points. And obviously, if it comes back around to your own village and you land on your own mushrooms, of course, you're going to get points as well. So here's the thing. You don't know that your opponents, if they're going to place them on the left or the right, you're trying to think about in your head how many spaces you want to move to land on the perfect mushroom to be able to score you maximum amount of points. But the problem is they put it on the wrong side and you miscalculate, and all of a sudden your opponent gets heaps of points and you got absolutely none. There is so many thinky, fun decisions in this game. Now, this game says it's for 8 and up, but I think it's a bit more mature than that. And I would say it's for kids, maybe 9, 10, 11 years old. Now, Fairy Ring, a great game for both adults and kids alike. So your children love those mobile gaming apps, especially the farming simulator ones. Well, let's convert them from mobile gaming to board gaming, and let's try out My Farm Shop. Now, as the title suggests, we're running a farm, we're going to be creating goods, and we're going to be selling them in our shop. The way it's done is through our farm board here, and we've got 10 spaces on our board, and these spaces we're going to be able to upgrade over the course of the game. We're going to be rolling dice, and that's how we're going to be getting goods, and we're going to be converting those goods into money, and that's how we win. So, on your turn, A select person for that particular turn will roll 3 dice, and that particular person gets to choose one of those dice, and they're going to use this dice to upgrade their farm to even better stuff. Now the 2 dice that are remaining over is going to give us a number. Then everyone around the table is going to be going to their farm board, and they're going to be able to get what's based off that number. Then we're going to go around, the next person's going to be able to upgrade their farm. We're going to keep going around until someone's created all this money, sold all these great goods, just had a fun time farming. So there we go, my farm shop. I wonder if that is of interest to you. Well, look, this game says it's for 8 and up. I reckon for 8-year-olds, you may want to give them a little bit of a hand, but definitely those 9 and 10-year-olds will truly love this game. Meeple Circus is a dexterity board game based around putting on the most amazing circus performance ever. On your turn, you're going to have a range of different meeples, like this elephant, and you've got a set time frame to be able to try and put all of your meeples out. The first person who puts all of their meeples out gets to yell out, "Ah! Da-da!" And that's the end of the round, and everyone's going, "Ah!" Meeple Circus played over 3 rounds, and each of those rounds plays out a little bit differently. The first round, you're basically going to be building up all of your acrobats and your elephants and your wheels and your planks and a whole bunch of things that you're going to need to keep performing. Next round, we are looking at special ability characters. All of these meeples are crazy and have different unique abilities that you need to meet. Of course, now every round we also have set goals we are trying to achieve as well. So there's a lot going on. But wait until we get to the 3rd round. This is where it gets crazy. Meeple Circus comes with its own app with circus music. But that circus music isn't just for theme, it also has a special ability in the 3rd round. This card right here says every time you hear applause on that Meeple Circus music in the 3rd round, you're going to have to get up and go, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, oh, thank you." And then back to building again. It is just crazy fun. It is Meeple Circus. It is for 8 and up, but there is nothing stopping the young kids just building things and just having fun. Isn't that what gaming is all about? Just having fun. Why will that donkey not go there? Come on, donkey. Get on the elephant. Donkey, get on the elephant. Maybe we'll go that way and put him up there and him up there. Yeah. The most beautiful thing about children is their imagination. So why not harness that imagination in the game Disney Dixit? Now, Dixit is a franchise game, lots of different versions of Dixit, but the Disney version is by far and away the best because it's Disney and we have Disney artwork and it's just gorgeous looking artwork. Now, on this game, you're going to have a clue giver. That clue giver is going to look at their cards, they're going to pick one, and they're going to give a one-word clue. So maybe I've got this one here. I've got a flower, a rose blooming here. Maybe my clue is going to be spring because I'm thinking about flowers blooming in spring. Excellent. Now, everyone else around the table is going to look at their cards. They're going to try and find a card that matches that clue. So maybe I'm going to choose this one. It's got a little bird on there. Maybe that's spring related. You know, birds are chirping. Well, they're going to put their card down and everyone's going to pass their card around, and then the clue giver is going to shuffle them up and he's going to place them around this board here. And this board has different numbers where you're going to place the cards. So everyone who's not the clue giver now is trying to guess what card did the clue giver put out. And they're going to guess by putting out this number. Maybe I've put number 2. So I'm guessing that number 2 was their card. Now this is where the beauty is in the game. If the clue giver gives too obvious an answer that everyone chooses their card, well, the clue giver gets no points. What about it's an awful clue and no one guesses their card? Again, the clue giver gets no points, but everyone else around the table, they'll be getting points. But the beautiful thing is, if you're the clue giver, if you can give something that's a little bit abstract, but also similar enough, and at least one person picks your card, then you're going to get the maximum amount of points. It is such a simple mechanism. It's a beautiful looking game. Disney Dixit can easily be played with kids from 7 and up. Now, I've not forgotten the younger children in your family. This game is going to be perfect for those 6, 7, 8-year-olds, the younger kids in your family. We have Mysterium Kids. In Mysterium Kids, we are ghosts and we're in a haunted house. We're trying to make sounds like a ghost to scare people off. And the way we're going to make those sounds is through a tambourine. So, we've got to make the sounds. How do we do it? Well, everyone around the table is going to have their eyes closed except for the ghost. He's going to pick up one of these and it's going to have a number on it. Cool, we have number 4 here. You then look at your board, you're going to see what it is, and you're going to try and make that sound. What have I got here? I've got an elephant. Boom, 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 boom. Hopefully that sounded like an elephant. What about a laptop? Anyway, you're working together to try and make these sounds. People are going to try and guess which one on the haunted house you were making that sound. What about a fan? I reckon I make that sound. Yeah, surely that's a fan. They'll guess that, surely. Look, you want to try and get as many possible over the course of the night to be able to score points. It's just simple, fun Mysterium Kids. The kids will truly love this. The adults will be laughing like anything. Just a fun, simple game based around sound. For more board game ideas, how about checking out my top 50 board game video? It's an absolute cracker.